Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Mounties of San Antonio taking on the Chicago Bears. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here we go, tonight.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Broken tackle. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On second down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lawrence. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Mounties will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He'll get this to about the 38.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down now. Good. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Go, John. Ready?
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Here's third and a few inches.
Hey, 551. 5.
Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. The throw over the middle, taken in. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
To number 88, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll set up a throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out, and the pressure gets to him again. Lucas Van Ness, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bonds. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Here we go. We're good. Alpha, 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 alpha. Right.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 77 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Good. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Flushed out right.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Here's Fields.
Touchdown Bears! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that and trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here for Davis. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Don't jump.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Now it's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here we go. Right.
On play action, Fields.
Rolling to his right.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Here we go, son.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating, because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st down, it's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw.
This is caught. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here we go.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Good.
So they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
York able to send this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Fields going to keep it running left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields, eluding the pressure, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
16 yards. First down, Montees.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. On first down, Bonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here we go.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawrence. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Now 2nd and 5. Fields. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Here we go.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Up the middle they go. Good. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game.
York able to send this one through.
And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that's an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown! A big play there. 75 yards. And the Mounties have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Monkeys 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. Fields here and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Off to the races. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run on first down. Boykin, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 25, here's a second down and 4.
Play action. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Now Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Out of the gun, Fields. Buying time to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go, Scott.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Brandon's okay with what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's brought down.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Now 1st and goal. All eyes on Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Jackson to throw.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Oh, what a play. You got to use one of those timeouts.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.